With the high tide fast approaching, time is of the essence. If they can't get the helicopter in and out fast, they risk getting stuck. And through the murky depths comes the first signs of a potential wreckage. There are no survivors. The job is now to find out how and why this accident happened. In Whangarei, a Northland Electricity Rescue Helicopter crew were responding to a call-out.
We don't have too much information at this time. We believe it may be a significant fall from a cliff, which could have any number of injuries, including significant limb injuries, spinal injuries, or at worst, he could have a brain injury.
The accident site is 60 km southeast of Whangarei at Mangawhai Heads. But there's a problem. The crew don't have a precise location for the accident.
We don't have a GPS position, so we're just going to have to fly north a couple of kilometres apparently from Mangawhai Heads.
With the injured man's condition unknown, every minute is critical. The chopper squad frantically search for their destination.
Here's Langs Beach, guys, just all eyes out to the right and see if we can spot these guys as we come around the coast. There is a walkway along the top of some of these cliffs here.
But the first two bays are empty.
Obviously further out than I thought it might have been.
Finally, the crew spot the telltale colourings of local lifeguards, who have also responded to the emergency and decide to attempt a landing on the wet sand.
We only land down below the high tide mark if we really have to, which is looking like we need to in this case because there's nowhere else to land. And we keep it running. One guy stays in the aircraft so that we can lift it straight away.
With the high tide fast approaching, time is of the essence. If they can't get the helicopter in and out fast, they risk getting stuck.
If the tide starts coming in, we lift it straight away.
Yeah, so from how high? 12 feet. How's your pain? Not very good, okay, something about pain.
The man, Noel, has 2 broken ankles and a possible head injury, and Sam needs to get his pain under control before they can move him.
Just keep your hands still. We're going to give you some put a needle in it and give you some morphine, okay? Just a bit of morphine, it'll make you feel a bit lightheaded, but I'll take that pain away for you, eh?
Sam, Wally and the lifeguards present splint Noel's legs ready for transfer, but there's still some concern about the level of pain he's in.
How's that pain now? Still the same. Keep breathing that up, it's going to move you shortly. So just normal breaths of that, breathe it in, let it work, breathe it back out through the tube. Because when we move you onto the stretcher, it's going to be relatively pain-free.
With his pain under control, they transfer Noel onto the stretcher.
Keep coming, and easy down there. There you go, you okay? Is everyone right? Okay, hey, we won't get to say thank you, so thank you very much guys, excellent work.
Before the tide traps the chopper, Noel's safely on board and in the air, where he reveals how a cliff-top stroll ended in disaster.
I fell and I turned around and I jumped, but I think the sea took me sideways, that's why I rolled in.
Okay, I can see it. How did you end up where you were?
Yeah, I crawled.
2 hours after Noel fell down the cliff face, the chopper reached Whangarei Base Hospital. After an extended stay, Noel is still hoping for further recovery to his ankles.
No, all good. We did a good job, well, with St John guys and also the lifesavers there.
In Northland, the Maritime Police and the Police National Dive Squad have been called to an emergency near the Karikari Peninsula. A chopper involved in fighting a bushfire ravaging the area is believed to have gone down somewhere along the coast nearby.
We've been given a position that was taken by a fishing boat that located the helicopter. They could see it under the water after noticing there was an oil slick on the surface. And what we've done is just put it on the chart to allow us to locate the position easily.
The fishing boat was meant to have left buoys to mark the crash site, but there's a problem.
We can't put any buoys out.
They might have got washed away or something, I don't know, but they're definitely not here if they're over the site.
We might have the structures down.
Without the buoys, the Maritime Police will have to rely on their state-of-the-art sonar equipment to locate the chopper.
So what we're looking at the bottom is the sandy bottom, a little bit wavy, as you'd expect in an area like this.
Yeah, they're clearest too.
There we go.
On the screen appears an object that could be the remains of the crashed helicopter, and the Police National Dive Squad swing into action.
Just going down just to see exactly what we've got down there.
Lead diver Bevan's tasked with identifying the object. Through the murky depths comes the first signs of a potential wreckage. There are no survivors. The job is now to find out how and why this accident happened.
You can see the smoke from the fire, which was the reason the helicopter was out here. So hopefully the fire was accidental. If it was lit deliberately, then it's directly caused the death of 2 people. So we hope it's not that situation.
There is little time to reflect, as the divers must now gather evidence that will form the backbone of any future investigation.
When you're inside there, try and take some photos with the controls, make sure you don't bump anything, so some general shots first. And then go and take the deceased, any instruments at the same time as you can. There's a headset loose on the other side, and start the side. And those pictures just going back, and you'll see those coming around the front. As much detail as you can. Underneath there, there's a bit of stuff that's come off. So a lot of photographs in through there, and the rear panel's a bit of damage in through there. So just general as best you can of the deceased, everything in and around there.
Collecting the photographic evidence is a long and exacting process for the divers.
There could be a couple of hours yet here diving. I'll start splitting teams up because otherwise they start getting very high a notch.
Everything must be documented before the wreckage is salvaged.
They're very methodical. We've got to do it properly. You only get one chance to do it. So you don't want to, you can't go back and redo the evidence, if you like. So it's got to be done right first time.
By late afternoon, police have spent several hours at the helicopter crash site. The divers have now collected numerous images of the wreckage, but with the photographic work complete, the police must now prepare for the sombre end to their assignment.
Divers are going to go over now and recover people that have been caught in the helicopter.
The divers carefully extricate the pilot and passenger from the mangled helicopter. Operations such as these are bittersweet for the officers. It will be classified as a successful operation. However, when lives are lost, especially in the line of duty, there's little to celebrate.
We do it with one purpose in mind, and that's actually to recover the people who have been lost. And we do that for their family, for the people that are now ashore meeting our boat.